All right, what's up, guys? We're back for UFC 301 in Brazil. We have a pretty decent card here, but like a lot of people are going to compare it to 300 and they're going to be disappointed. But I think it's a pretty solid card. So I'll start off with some predictions, some bets as usual, and we'll run through the card. Guys, there are a couple of fights here. I'm going to be honest, I haven't done too much tape. But we'll talk about the fights that I'm interested in, and yeah. So let's get going. So we'll start here with Ismail Bonfim versus Vink Pichel. I don't know how to pronounce his name. From Hell Pichel. I'm gonna go with Bonfim. I think he's very solid. He's very good. I know he just lost, but he lost to Benoit Saint Denis. So he's fighting a 41-year-old coming off a loss. Also, hasn't been in the octagon in 2 years. I mean, I think he's had a couple of canceled bouts. This guy, like, he's been trying to get in the octagon, but anyways, I don't know how to click on his name. But anyways, yeah, he's had a couple of canceled bouts. Oh, here we go. Yeah, but they tried to remake this one a couple of times. Like, if they're trying to remake it again, it means they think that it's going to be a good matchup. So we'll see that. I think that this Bonfim, this brother, he's very good. He's very solid. He's very sharp with his technique. He's not wild, and I think he could find a knockout late into the fight, probably in round three. So next we'll go on. We'll skip this one because I haven't watched too much tape. Okay, Rufi versus Malarkey. Rufi's part of the Fighting Nerds, which is also this girl, I believe, and not Katrina. Where is he? Kyle. Yeah, here we go. And they're really good. They're a good team. I like all their fighters. They're all good up and comers. I'm really excited to see the landscape of the UFC when more of these fighters start getting into the UFC and showing off their skills. I think Rufi's good at kind of not being there when you think he's going to be there and dodging punches. And Malarkey's really good at getting in close and landing in uppercut body shots like yeah, just getting in close, and I don't think he's going to be able to strike close with Rufi. Rufi's really good at coming in and out, moving around, and he has a nice right hand. So I think he can knock Malarkey out once again later into the fight, or it's going to be a decision. And if it's decision, guys, you have to go with the Brazilian because the Brazilian crowd's going to be going wild every time the Brazilian fighter lands something. So I feel like it's going to influence the judges slightly. So I'm going to take Rufi to win this fight, and I think he does so by knockout. Next, Jakar Close versus Joaquim Silva. Originally, I had Silva. I kind of changed my mind a bit. They're both not old, but like Silva's been in some wars, man. Like he's a very he's a what do you want to say? He's a veteran at this point, honestly. Both very good fighters. But as I thought about it more, I think because I was thinking like, oh, Drakkar Close is gonna come in and he's gonna wrestle and he's gonna get guillotined by Silva. But then I'm like, I don't know. The way he wrestles, he keeps his body in tight. He goes for body lock takedowns a lot. I don't think he could get caught with a guillotine. So I'm gonna take Close by decision, and yeah, we'll go from there. I think he's gonna win by decision off of wrestling and ground and pound. Next, this is Wish Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makachev. This guy Mitebek Orlobai, yeah, Orolbai from Mongolia, the real caveman versus Elvis Brenner. Listen, I love all the shootbox fighters. They're so fun to watch. They're so entertaining, and both these guys are very good. Especially Brenner, man. Brenner, what was his last fight? It was a bloody war. Not this one. Yeah, versus Guram Kutaladze. Oh man, that fight was crazy, 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 crazy. But I think Mitabek's gonna win. I thought it was gonna be close, but today I saw a video of Elvis Brenner like literally dying, cutting weight. So that kind of swayed my decision more towards Mitabek. And anyways, I think this is gonna be a really fun fight. I think it's gonna be crazy. In my opinion, this is the fight I'm not most looking forward to, but yeah, I really like this fight. I think it's gonna be really fun. Moving on, Karolina Kovalkiewicz versus Yasmin Lucindo. Okay, straight up, Yasmin's a lot younger. I think like 16 years younger. Yeah, 16 years younger. But there's a reason why she's minus 400 because she's really good, right? I think she's gonna win by decision just because I don't think Yasmin has it in her to beat. I mean, Carolina has it in her to beat Yasmin, right? I don't know. I'm gonna lean with Yasmin by decision, and yeah, we'll see. But I'm not super confident on this one. I'm never really too confident on women's MMA because like you really never know what's gonna happen sometimes. But I will lean towards Yasmin. But at minus 400, I wouldn't really bet unless you're betting decision. Next, you Anderson Brito versus Jack Shore. I don't know why I put it as submission. I'm gonna be honest. I've watched both these guys fight, but I haven't seen. I haven't watched tape on it, but I will actually change this to knockout because I was watching some of his fights and this guy fucking cracks. Yeah, we could go first round. Why not? But both these guys are good fighters, man. This is gonna be a good fight, but I haven't watched too much tape on it. I should watch more tape, but we'll see. We'll see. From shoot the box, so you know it's gonna come out crazy wild. Yeah, we'll keep it at round one KO. Let's see, round one KO. I want to see it. Next, Paul Craig versus Caio Borralho. This guy's a fucking menace, Caio. The first time I watched him fight, I was like, what is this? Like a fake Paulo Costa? But fuck, man. Every time he fights, I watch and I just like, I don't know, man. I feel like this guy's a future star. And giving him Paul Craig, it's like a very known name in Paul Craig. Like, everyone sees Paul Craig like, oh yeah, that's the guy that beat Jamal Hill and Magomed Ankalaev. Listen, Paul Craig's very, very good at jiu-jitsu. But striking wise, I don't know if he could stand with Kyle. Kyle's very like he's very deceptive as the way he keeps his well, first of all he's southpaw, he keeps his right hand down and he comes in with like a looping hook, right? And that looping hook sets up a lot of times sets up the left hand. And I think he could probably knock out Paul Craig with that combination. Because it's so slick, it's so fast, very powerful. And don't think that Paul Craig is gonna come in and submit Kyle. I don't think so because Kyle's a freaking high level black belt. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be decision. It could even be a knockout. We'll see. It's all about, I guess, if Kyle could stop the takedowns, but Paul Craig's takedowns have never been really that good either. It's kind of just like he falls into guard and he submits you from his guard. You know, or that fight where what fight was it? He was like pulling mount. I think it was this one. He was pulling mount versus Volkan Ozdemir. But listen, I fucking love watching Paul Craig fight. You know, Scotland forever. He's a funny guy, very very funny. Yeah, but I think he's gonna lose this one. It's not a really good matchup for Paul. Now, Michel Pereira versus Ihor Potieria. I have this at KO round one. I'm gonna change it to KO round three, and I'll tell you why. I was watching tape on this, and then guys, I do think Michel's gonna knock him. Oh my god, it moved to minus 700. I don't think he should be minus 700. Holy! Last time I saw it was minus 400. Oh my! I do 100% think he's gonna knock him out. I don't know. I don't really like this guy. He came in. Yeah, this was the first fight I watched. I think that. Yeah. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that name, but yeah, that was on the Amanda Nunes card versus Juliana Pena, the rematch. I watched this guy. I'm like, oh, he's good. After the second round, I'm like, oh, he's shit. He has no gas tank. Like most of the fights he loses, like here he beat Mauricio Rua, Shogun, when he was old. And the last fight he fought, yeah, watch this one. Can't really remember how that fight went, but I remember he has a horrible gas tank. And I'm gonna say that Pereira knocks him out in the third round. I do think he's gonna get a knockout, and I'm gonna say it's probably when this guy gasses out. So maybe over 1.5, maybe in the second round or the third round, knockout. Boom. And it's not impossible he gets first round also. This guy's super explosive. Does capoeira and shit. So next we have the execution of Anthony Smith. Like, look, what are these heavy favorites? There's so many heavy favorites on this card. It's insane. So yeah, Vitor is gonna kill this guy. Lionheart, he's dead. He should retire after this if he's not gonna be delusional enough to think, what the fuck? This was 2 years and 7 months ago. Holy shit! I remember this fight. I remember this one too. Um, yeah, he's getting knocked out, guys. Come on, let's be honest. He's coming off a knockout. What, 4 months ago? Yeah, 4 months ago. Bad knockout. He's getting knocked out. This is Vitor's time. Vitor's always seen it. This guy like, oh, this power, but he keeps on getting decisions. Where is it? Yeah, two decisions. Right. Obviously, this knockout was fucking crazy, and yeah, and he's shown that he has jiu-jitsu abilities too. But I think we're gonna see a very nice Vitor Petrino knockout, and I think it's gonna be a fucking bad one. Next, guys, this is not right. I'm changing this. Is this a 3 rounds fight? It would have been nice to see 5 rounds. I'm gonna change my pick from Aldo to Martinez, and I'll tell you why. Martinez is a master at landing leg kicks, guys. I rewatched all his fights, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy is fucking good at kicking." He TKO'd Adrian Yanez off of leg kicks. When was that? Yeah, his last fight, bruh. He's freaking good, man. Look, another TKO of leg kicks. Yeah, with Cub Swanson. Yeah, these fights were rewatch these fights. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Rewatch these two fights specifically. Holy shit! And let me tell you something. In this fight, in this fight, and I think this fight too, Jose ate a lot of leg kicks. I think he eats like 50% of the leg kicks shot on him, versus the Marab hit him with like 30 leg kicks. Come on. So I'm gonna say you have one of the best leg kickers in the division versus someone who eats the most leg kicks in the division. Put two and two together. I see Martinez gonna build up the damage of the leg kicks and TKO him with leg kicks. Maybe in the second round or the third round. That's it, guys. Now, the main event. This fight I'm looking forward to. This is my favorite fight on the card. Guys, Pantoja, before he fought um, Moreno, I was like, who is this guy? Guys, keep in mind, I'm not the oldest UFC fan, so I don't really know who the lower level flyweights are. So I was like, who is this guy? From Moreno. I'm like, fuck this. I like this guy, and he's kind of been like showing himself on online and stuff, and I really like his personality. I rewatched all his fights. Every single one of his fights are crazy, and I'll tell you how this fight's gonna go, guys. Listen, they're gonna Pantoja's gonna come out crazy in the first round. You know, Ursak's gonna kind of move around, dodge, maybe get knocked out. I don't think so. Move around. They're gonna feel each other out in the first and the second, maybe a little bit of grappling in the third. I think in the fourth round, Ursak's gonna be a little bit more tired. He's never done 5 rounds. Pantoja's gonna get in the clinch. He's gonna do a signature trip, throw him on the ground, cause a scramble, take the back, and that's it. Submission round 4 by rear naked choke. I'm telling you guys. You want to put this in? Put it in Bet365, put it in DraftKings, put it in whatever. Lock it in. Submission round 4. If this hits, I'm telling you, gonna clip this. We're gonna make it go viral. Round 4 submission. Let's go. Let's go. Anyways, I'm happy you guys watch my videos. It's fun making them. I hope you guys make some money for my picks. Because last time we had Pereira, we had Holloway. Like, come on, guys. If you're not watching the videos, what are you doing? Come on. You know we got the best predictions in the UFC game. So yeah, leave a comment if you liked it. Let me know. Thank you guys. Have a good one.